World Athletics announced the mascot for Eugene 2022. It's called Legend the Bigfoot. Now, these meets have mascots. I remember in Doha, they had Follow the Falcon, who coworker at the time Lincoln was very into. He had his own his own dressing room. It was pretty interesting. And then Berlino, of course, the most famous one going back to 2009. But I don't know if the goal of these mascots is to be completely terrifying, to scare small children, but I think that might be the result. Like Legend, who's in this video strolling around the woods in Eugene, like he's nice and he's furry and he's got basketball shorts on and he's running around and that's all great. But then you look at his face, and am I the only one who's terrified here of this mascot, Gordon?
Yes, you are the only one who's terrified of a children's kind of looking mascot. Yes, you're the only one. Scroll down on that thread though, and show what's up on the thread underneath this video. Just keep going. Like, just put us up on just no, not the Instagram. Scroll on the thread and see people's reactions. So you got Berlin, then the people put in Gritty. They think, oh, it looks like Gritty from, and then this one, there looks like some mascot, Hero the Hedgehog. Who else? There's some other funny ones out there, but yeah, and this one, I like this one, Lamb Chop or something like that. But here's the thing, guys. What are we doing? First of all, mascots at World Athletics makes absolutely no sense because the purpose of a mascot is to cheer for the team that the mascot represents. So, and cheer against the team that the mascot doesn't represent. So, who is this mascot cheering against, and who are they cheering for? Or are people like is like the go-to chant? Let's go track and field. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, why
It's
is there a
cheering for sports?
Imagine if the NBA came out with a mascot and it was just like a big Adam Silver head-ish type looking creature. Let's go NBA, or like Roger Goodell. Let's go NFL. What are we doing? Why are we having a mascot for an event? Like, mascots are for teams, for things you cheer for. You don't cheer for. It's like, this is definitely the meme of, if you get into this mascot, it's like that Rob Lowe meme of the guy wearing the NFL hat,
Yeah, exactly.
That's basically what this is.
He's cheering for the league. He's cheering for the league. Here's a quote from AJ Galton, fan experience director, Oregon 22. After group deliberation, workshops, and feedback from focus groups, how would you like to be on a focus group for a World Athletics mascot, Gordon? One character stood above the rest with a clear vision for meeting each key deliverable identified. You know what would have been cool?
What are the deliverables?
Well, it says down there in the story, it says it represents the region, appeals to a wide audience, unique, and upholds the big and legendary monikers of the event. You know what they should have done for this focus group, though? They should have had, instead of just, I'm guessing they just had pictures, right? Slides. They should have had a mock-up, like a person in the suit for all of them, and then they come in and then they do the presentation. Like, Legend should have had to stand in front of the group and answer questions.
Like Shark Tank style.
Yeah, like, who's your favorite in the 4-meter hurdles? What would you do if Mondo breaks a world record? Stuff like that. Like, how many backflips can you do? Wind readings. What's your favorite? All sorts of questions like that. And
like, how are you going to react when there's a false start? Are you going to like collapse on the ground and be like, oh, not again? Like, you need your false start reaction. You need your chasing the javelin race car, little go-kart thing that travels a javelin back. We need you like chasing that around. Like, we need to know, what are your bits? Like, what's your routine? Give us a type 5. That's really
exactly.
Know.
So, and you don't think it's going to scare children at all, because it keeps talking about how the kids are going to love it. You don't think there's going to be any small children who are approached by this mascot?
Are children scared of mascot? I don't think children.
I mean, clowns. Where are you at on clowns?
Clowns are. Switzerland. I'm Switzerland on clowns.
Okay.
I'm not for. Depends on the context. Nighttime, stay away.
Exactly.
Morning,
So,
that's fine.
but look, but look at Legend's face. If Legend is coming up to you at Wild Duck afterwards, you're walking down an alley and you see Legend's face. Here's another quote. Only something so special, so unmissable, so iconic, and so big as the first World Athletic Championships on U.S. soil could lure Legend into the public arena.
Do you think
Meaning
we
it was a
should
big
get
foot thing.
we should get Legend on the podcast? That should be our goal
So,
while we're there.
100%. So here's the thing. You talked about mascots are there to cheer for and against. Should countries have mascots? And as a
Yes.
follow-up, how cool would it be, say, for example, during the 10,000, you have 13 different mascots just around the outside of the track, cheering, mocking, and celebrating during the race.
Yeah, and then you'll see like alliances form between different mascots of different
Yeah, I like
countries.
that.
Like the
I like that.
Kenyan mascot and Ethiopian mascot will be like picking on the USA mascot, being like, "You tired?" You know, there'll be fun little. The
Yeah, yeah.
Jamaican mascot versus USA, like that's gonna be a fun little thing. You definitely have like all the like the island countries and like the Central America. They'll like kind of form a coalition to go up
Mhm.
against the USA mascot. They'll be fun. We need, man, that would be, yeah. Everyone gets one mascot, and then we just have
Just
like you have
100
like the
mascots.
mascot. You have like the mascot big race that happens at the end of the week, where
Yes.
like if your mascot wins, it's like a 400 or whatever.
Yeah, I
Because
like that.
I don't know if they can
I
do a
like that.
mile in a yeah, one 400-meter run of all the mascots. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think it's look, everybody always says there needs to be more people at track meets, and I think this would help
We need
solve
more
that.
mascots. We need
More
more. It's not
mascots.
people. We need mascots. That's
Add 100 more on there. All right.
hashtag grow the sport mascots.
This meet's too big for just one mascot. There's too many
Yeah.
medals at stake for there to be one mascot. And unlikely rivalries would crop up. I remember a couple years ago, Oregon's mascot and Utah's mascot went at each other during breaks, just full on, just
Yeah.
violence. So you could get a lot of unexpected outcomes with multiple mascots. But you're right. We should get Legend to come on the pod or video version because mascots don't talk, but do something with Legend when we're there. I agree.
Who would be the Who
Wrap
would
it
be the
up.
funniest reveal? Say we have the mascot come on the pod, and it's at the
Yeah.
end of the World Athletics, and we're like, "Hey, man, take off the mask." And they're like, "No, no, no." He's like, "No, you just gotta do it. Just do it for the people." He takes it off. Who would be the one person inside the mask that you'd be like, "Oh my god!" Like, will be the funniest person to be the mascot the whole time?
Craig Engels.
Craig Angles. I was thinking if it was like Carl Lewis, that would be funny.
Mm,
He'll
Vinland.
erupt. Or if it was Shikari. What if it's Shikari? What if Shikari's like, "You guys trying to find me? I was the mascot the whole time." That's who it should be.
I
Shikari
do want to
Richardson,
see the.
legend
I want to know
mascot.
the. I want to know the tryout procedure. I think that's something we need to dig into too as we get close. Like, have they named? Is the person who was doing it in the video the person who's going to be doing it for Eugene, or
You looking
is
for some
there
side work, Kevin? Is that what's going on?
is there